In 1853, one adobe hut stood on the site that became Hollywood. By 1870, an agricultural community flourished in the area with thriving crops. The 1880s, Harvey Henderson Wilcox of Kansas moved to LA from Topeka with his wife and bought 160 acres of land. The name Hollywood was coined by Hobart Johnstone Whitley in 1886 while he and his wife were on their honeymoon. The sign originally read Hollywoodland and was lit by 4,000 light bulbs. It became a huge tourist attraction. The sign began to deteriorate and was left abandoned until 1949, and the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce offered to repair it and remove the last 4 letters.
It's really nice to meet ya. Somebody pinch me now, cause it's kinda feeling like a dream. I got shades on my head, my feet in the sand, ain't worried about a thing. When the sun goes down and the lights come on, you got me feeling just like a star. And no matter where I go, you'll always have my heart. You already had me at hello. I said hey, LA, it's really nice to meet ya. It's okay, I think I'll stay, cause I just wanna have some fun. Top down, just chillin' on the west side. Hands up, yeah, ready for a good time. Hey, LA, it's really nice to meet ya. Now if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Oh, and it's not always easy, but there's no place that I'd rather be. I said, hey, LA, it's really nice to meet ya. If it's okay, I think I'll stay, cause I just wanna have some fun. Top down, just chillin' on the west side. Hands up, yeah, ready for a good time. Hey, LA, it's really nice to meet ya. Really nice to meet ya. 'Cause I just wanna have some fun. Top down, just chillin' on the west side. Hands up, yeah, ready for a good time. Hey, LA, it's really cool to be here. Yeah, I'll meet you in and out. Then let's go to the beach. I'm in LA. Woo!
Hollywood and the motion picture industry. The famous Hollywood sign originally read Hollywoodland. During the 1949, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce stepped in and offered to remove the last 4 letters and repair the rest. Located near the top of Mount Lee, the shape of the text of the sign has been registered as a trademark by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for certain uses. Manages the variable Walk of Fame. Another factor in Hollywood's development was its great distance from New Jersey, which made it more difficult from Thompson Edison to enforce his motion pictures pageants. Edison owned almost all of the patents relevant to motion pictures productions, and in the East, movie production actors independently of Edison motion pictures patent company were often sued or enjoyed by Edison and his agents. The first motion picture studio in the region was built in 1909 by the Salish Polyscope Company.
Go.
My name is Steve Arlino, and I'm going to be talking about Old Hollywood. First motion picture region was built in 1909. Thus, the fame of Hollywood came from its identity with movie stars, and the word Hollywood, a word when spoken in any country on earth, evokes worlds, even galaxies of memories, came to be used to refer to the motion picture industry. First Academy Awards presentation ceremony took place on May 16, 1929. The first motion picture to be filmed took place in Whitley and at the corner of Prospect and Wilcox. A person named D. Millie began production of Squawman in 1914. The Squawman became known as the Lashley D. Millie Barn and is currently located in Hollywood Heritage Museum. Production of Squawman in 1914. The Squawman became known as the Lashley D. Millie Barn and is currently located in Hollywood Heritage Museum. The Los Angeles Cultural Heritage Board named the studio an historical cultural monument in 1969. The Charlie Chaplin Studios on the northern corner of La Brea and De Longpre Avenues just south of Sunset Boulevard was built in 1917. The studio had many owners since 1953, like Kling Studios, who produced the Superman TV series with George Reeves, by Red Skeleton, who used the sound stages for the CBS TV.
January 22, 1947, the first commercial TV station west of the Mississippi River, KTLA, began operating in Hollywood. The famous Capitol Record building on Vine Street, just north of Hollywood Boulevard, was built in 1956. It is a recording studio not open to the public, but its unique circular design looks like a stack of old 45 RPM vinyl records. The Hollywood Walk of Fame was created in 1958. The Kodak Tree, which opened in 2001 on Hollywood Boulevard at a Highland Avenue where the historic Hollywood Hotel once stood, has become a new home of the Oscars. In 1952, CBS built CBS Tradition City on the record of Fairfax Avenue and Beverly Boulevard on the former site of the Gilmore Station. Thank you for watching.
In February 1, 1887, Harvey Wilcox drew a grid map for a town, the first official appearance of the name Hollywood. By 1900s, Hollywood developed a post office, a newspaper, a hotel, and 2 markets, along with a population of 500 people. The first section of the famous Hollywood Hotel, the first major hotel in Hollywood, was in 1902 by Whitley. Whitley is a subdivider that sells residential lots among lemon ranches then lining the foothills. Hollywood was incorporated as a municipality in 1903. In 1904, a new trolley car track running from Los Angeles to Hollywood up Prospect Avenue was opened. The system was called the Hollywood Boulevard. By 1910, because of an ongoing struggle to secure an adequate water supply, the townsmen voted for Hollywood to be annexed into the city of Los Angeles. Another reason for the vote was that Hollywood could have access to drainage through Los Angeles sewer system.
Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Hey, they're high, they're ho, they're as welcome as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse.
I'll be starting to talk about our childhood memories, which we have a lot since we've been watching TV a lot. So one of them would be, of course, Disney Channel. The first cartoon would be from the Walt Disney Productions. The name really started off by the name Walter Disney. I know some of you may know it or not know it, so I'll just be talking about him anyway. Okay, so Walter Elias Disney was born on December 5th, 1901 in Hermosa section of Chicago, Illinois. Disney attended McKinley High School in Chicago, where he took drawing and photography classes and was contributing cartoonist for a school paper. When Disney returned from France in 1919, he moved back to Kansas City to pursue a career as a newspaper artist. His brother Roy got him a job at the Pensman Rubin Art Studio, where he met cartoonist Ube Iwerks. Around this time, Disney began experimenting with a camera, doing a hand-drawn cell animation, and decided to open his own animation business. In Kansas, Disney decided to screen his animations, calling it Laughograms. I know some of you may know it or not know it, but it's kind of different right now though. So, he and his partner Fred Harmon made 7-minute fairy tales that combines live action and animation. They called it Alice in Cartoonland. I know it sounds like Alice in Wonderland, but it's not. By 1923, however, the studio had become burdened with debt, and Disney was forced to declare bankruptcy. Disney and his brother Roy soon pooled their money and moved to Hollywood. Iwerks also relocated to California, and there the three began the Disney Brothers Studio. They also invented a character named Oswald, the Lucky Rabbit. Right away, the Disney Brothers, their wives, and Iwerks produced 3 cartoons featuring a new character Walt had been developing called Mickey Mouse, which we all know, of course. The first episode revolved around Steamboat Willie, where the only animation and sound were shown. With Walt as the voice of Mickey, the cartoon was an instant sensation.